So, welcome. We got our wine, we got our jazz, we got our people. As y'all come in and join the family. Kaynichole After Dark, where we're gonna talk about some topics. Boy, do I got something for y'all. I don't know if y'all like tea, like people sharing their own personal tea, but I got personal tea that I want to share with y'all because, yo, like I said, this is the new year, baby. Hey, Kels, how you doing? Mr. Nelson himself, how you doing, sir? How you doing? So, hey, Wink, thank you for tuning in tonight. I look for you to being part of the discussion. Okay, so let's get started. I know, right? Teacups, because I'm going to share some of my personal life within the topics at hand so y'all can kind of understand what I'm talking about. And before I go into all of this, I am not the prototype, okay? I'm the type. No, let me stop. No, but seriously, I'm not the prototype. So again, this is not going to be just about what I say, but I'm talking about a general sense, okay? And I don't speak for every female, but I think I speak for the ones that are kind of that deal with the similar shit that I deal with. I'm going to say it like that, okay? Hells, Mr. Blunt himself says, I'm good. Like Allah, how about you? I'm fabulous. The type, yes, you know. Okay, so let me take my first sip for the night. You know how I do. I really can't get into a red Moscato, you know? Anybody that knows of people that want to be wine sponsors, okay, for me? Because I would love to be a wine sponsor, okay? So thank you. Thank you for the first badge of the evening. You know, I appreciate it. If I could pin both, I'd say support me by buying a badge or getting a calendar. You know, it's all appreciative because we're trying to build, trying to do more. So, you know, help a lady out. So, okay. So I need a bigger chair. Yeah, I need a bigger chair. I can't get deep in this one. So we have some topics that I want to discuss. Hey, Kid from Marcy, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. So, okay. So the topics that I'm going to discuss tonight is the hunter-prey mentality, okay, that's going on in this current dating setting. The why or some of the reasons where I'm finding that there's the pursuit of a female has gotten different. And actually, because we're not in an isolated bubble, myself and other people that speak on relationships and stuff like that, a lot of the times we see that our topics kind of overlap each other, and they'll be talking about certain things that, you know, are familiar with us and so on and so forth. So I'm going to give a shout out to Stephen Speaks. He's a gentleman that I follow. And as I was talking about this with people, he actually had his own thing come up. And so I'm going to bring it into this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And then we'll just go from there. Kels, Mr. Bento, about to bow out, laugh out loud. Okay, we're about to go to sleep. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. So, and then I wanted to talk about boundaries in dating. This 50-50, because again, I did a daily wrap up and they posted another clip from the show, and it got a lot of feedback about people doing 50-50. Okay, you're joking. Oh, you're not about to go to sleep? Okay, well, thank you for, you know, still tuning in and being here with us. And then recognizing hurt and responding to logic. And then the mentality of don't watch what I do, just watch what I say. So it's quite a few things, but let me go into it. Okay. So the first thing I want to discuss is that I was talking to a friend of mine. Oh, thank you, Wing, for the badge. Thank you. Mwah. Appreciate you, honey. So, Hunter, so I did a poll. And I wanted to find out who in this generation should men be, or would you expect men to be? More hunters or more of the prey, right? Because in this day and age, I'm seeing a lot of men, and correct me if I'm wrong, because like I said, I would love for y'all to be a part of the discussion, that feel that women should be kind of going after them, kind of showing their, not machismo, but, be a pursuant of sorts, And so, welcome, come in. And why men aren't being the pursuers, right? Because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to the old school. I love the old school where a man comes to you, whether it be a young man, you're in your 19 to 25 or 25 to 35 and, so on and so forth. But there was a time, and shout out to Night Angel because he sent me this, about guys being really excited to try to holler at a female, get her number. Then, because the cell phone wasn't around, so you had to write the digit down and hope that you kept it or you didn't lose the number, right? And then once you called, there was no cell phones, of course, so it has a landline and everybody shared the line. So you had to learn how to be respectful and talk to whichever family member answered the phone, right? So you had to have a certain thing about yourself, let me not say a certain thing. You had to have a certain respect about yourself, okay? And decorum and how you spoke to her family members or whoever answered the phone and act like you got some damn sense, because otherwise you weren't allowed to speak to their daughter. You know what I'm saying? Or grandbaby or whatever. So I thank him, for Night Angel, for bringing that to my attention, because it kind of speaks to what women are kind of looking for as a whole, that men are pursuers, and I hate to go back. Please look at my other videos about lazy dating, because I'm going to go back into it tonight, like for real, because this shit is crazy. So why are men not pursuant like they used to be back in the day? Well, one thing that I looked up and was also advised was that, did y'all know that the testosterone level of men in its entirety has lowered? I thought that was very interesting as far as a reason why men aren't, hey Michael, why men aren't pursuing women like they used to, is because their testosterone is down. And the testosterone is what creates that fire, that want, that high libido. And so it's been recorded that it's the lowest that it's ever been, the testosterone. And it has to do with a sedentary lifestyle, basically meaning sitting around a lot, playing video games and everything like that lowers the T, right? So that's a big thing to think about, guys. So if you're mostly in front of the computer, you're an editor, photographer, if you're not really pursuing the ladies and everything like that, get up, move around, go for a run, go do something, because you sitting down looking at the computer or sitting down in front of your video games or sitting down watching TV for too long is lowering your T count. Okay, so that was a very interesting thing to me. And I didn't even think about it, that it could be, health reasons for why certain things, are not happening. Don't need the whole wine bottle to go crashing down. So that was one of the reasons, right? Another reason or possibility is that, and this again is from someone other than myself, because I'm not speaking for myself, is sharing that bad behavior has been rewarded in the past. That men that have pursued women find that the ones that they pursue are not giving them the time of day, that they're chasing after them, for lack of better words, because I'm going to say chase because the female is not showing the signs that she's interested, or if she is interested, she's interested on surface level. So she's not really giving her time and her energy. Hey, Jerry. Welcome my work husband into the room. So because I'm going to say Roger. Okay. So since Roger is trying to talk to Bethany, but Bethany is out here living her best life. And then Bethany, sees Marquise, and Marquise is cool, chilling, doing his thing, not really worried about what Bethany is doing. Then he's getting Bethany's time. Bethany's like, well, what's going on with Marquise? While Roger is like, Marquise is not paying you any mind. He's not giving you the conversation I'm giving you. He's not taking you out like I'm doing. Why are you giving him your time? And so that's what I mean by rewarding bad behavior. Like, so men are tired of being looked over because they're the good guy, and she's obviously chasing the guy that's giving minimal effort. So in turn, right, people are go for what works, right? So if it potentially works to give minimal effort, then that's what they're going to go towards. And I think that's only okay because unfortunately Roger's there. So I think if she was just dealing with Marquise and Marquise was not giving her, she would not pay Marquise any mind. But because she's looking at Marquise and he's sexy and attractive and has all whatever else she's interested in, and Roger is filling in those gaps, she has no reason to see that Marquise in that way because Roger's filling it, right? And men have said, oh, hell no, I will not be subjugated, okay, to that bullshit that these ladies are on. And I agree with you 110%. 110%. Yes, poor Roger, right? Roger. So, yeah, while Marquise is living his best life, not having to call her, not really having to take her on dates, not having to really spend money, but he gets to clap the cheeks. Yet, poor old Roger has a bill. So, yeah, many men have been, I'm not chasing so that I can be on the bad, get the bad end of the stick, right? And thirdly, it came up with that the flux of casual relationships, right? So nowadays, people can just be together and not have a title, and it's accepted. And I want to just move and do like a 0.3 with a A underneath it, like you used to have in school, because I understand that there are people that have relationships that are not traditional. Okay, there's very much non-traditional relationships. People that just want to be companions for a long time. Some people that are interested in being polyamorous. So I understand that there's other types of relationships. However, I am strictly focusing on relationships that are quote unquote under God, because I'm a Christian. I follow Jesus, So, I mean, that is going to take part in it. And I know that people can say, oh, a man wrote the Bible and everything like that. But in understanding people's nature and stuff like that, it's very difficult for those other relationships to work unless a lot of conversations have been had. Like, any relationship has to have conversation, but for certain relationships, like a polyamorous relationship, you have to constantly check in. You constantly have to have conversations about certain things because human nature. We are people that are jealous. We are people that like to covet over things. We are people. So with knowing all of that, certain relationships are just way more difficult. And if that's what you're into, power to you. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. And if you are here, I appreciate you. Support by getting a calendar or buying a badge. Treat your girl right. Okay. And of course, you can buy posters and magazines all on my MagCloud, which are in my link. Okay. So, yeah. And again, welcome. Let me take a sip. So, because there's such a flux of casual relationships, students that I appreciate you, sweetie. You need a co-host like you. Well, you know what? DM me and we'll have auditions there. Okay? DM me, we'll have auditions there. So a lot of people are fine with having non-committal relationships, not putting any labels. And that's fine if that's you. Okay. I personally feel that has to do with a lot of trauma. And that's why people don't want labels and things like that, because they don't want to easily get hurt. But that's my quick analysis of it, because I noticed that a lot of people are programmed and work from a hurt place. Okay. What I was talking to a friend about is that the trauma that people usually hold the tightest is our childhood trauma and our relationship trauma. Okay. Those are the two traumas that people usually hold on tight to. So they affect you. So if a person felt like they were constantly a doormat for their girl and stuff like that, they're going to be extra sensitive about not being a doormat going further. But female was constantly feeling like she was coming out of her pocket and buying shit for a nigga, then she is going to be less likely to spend her money for the next person until she can move out of that hurt. Okay. And it's only the right person that's going to be able to get her out of it. Because if you're not the right guy, it's going to show, and she's going to attack you, and she's going to be a person that is not easy to deal with. Because why? Hurt people hurt people. So you have to understand that certain people are functioning from a hurt place, which is a deficit. But it's not we all come, all are hurting at a certain point. So it's up to us to always be able to be mindful and how just, regulate your emotions, being in tune with your emotions. Hey, what's going on? Hi, beautiful. How you doing, Kat? I see you doing your thing. Thank you, girl. This hairstyle is so old, though. We need to switch it up. So thank you. Thank you. So with casual relationships, people need to have labels, I feel, because that way you know where you're going. Like, for instance, at a job, and we say relationships are like a business. So if you don't know who the president of the organization is, you don't know human resources is, you don't know who these particular people are, then how are you functioning within the business? How do you know which way to go? If I have a complaint, who the hell do I go to if I don't have a damn label, if I don't have a title of knowing who the hell you are? So I get it to a point, but I say that it's coming from a deficit and from a hurt place, because it doesn't make sense. You need titles. You need to know things. I know everyone's like, I don't want to be in a box. Okay, but things need to be labeled so you know what it is. That's just point blank period. I could have, a storage, a storage container and everything like that, a bunch of storage containers. And they're all blue with black tops. Okay, how do I differentiate one from the fucking other? I have to have a label. I have to say, oh, these are screws, these are ribbons, these are whatever case might be, because we need clarity. And welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. I am your host, Kaynichole, obviously. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about, are you a hunter? Okay, and we've talked about some reasons why men aren't hunting like they used to, which I will go back again to those that missed it. Because there's low testosterone, okay, for one. The fact that people do not want to be hurt because they feel like bad behavior is being rewarded. And then third, that there is non-committed relationships out here. A lot of people having casual relationships. So I also would say, okay, because I really want to attest that I do agree that it could definitely be health, because if your health is not right, then other things are not going to function. I am going to acknowledge the definitely not rewarding the bad behavior, but I'm going to say in a way that men aren't meeting the right females. And I'm going to say because you haven't been courting right. And I mean, there's a difference between dating and courting. Dating, again, is not knowing what any future holds. It's just out there being casual again. No real expectations. Whereas with intentional dating, you're looking to marry. You're doing this because this is the person that you want to show. Like, okay, if we were together, if we were serious, it was just us, how would this look? Okay. So I feel that there's not enough of the intentional dating, and you have to be intentional. I feel like if you're just out here just doing whatever, and don't get me wrong, I do feel people should date. Okay. If you're a woman, date as much as you can. If you're a man, date as much as you can. However, that does not mean giving up the drawers. Okay. Because I feel like that should be given to the special ones in your life, not just out here because it's something to do, because it feels good. No, we're not about that. So those are some of the reasons where the hunter mentality has decreased, basically. And I'm going to say that hunting is an art form, okay, that I feel has been lost for the man. Because I am hearing a lot of guys saying to me, myself, I want the princess treatment. And it's like, what are you even talking about right now? Why should you be treated like a princess, first of all? Why would you even say that? Is alarming. But just that you should be pampered upon without having shown anything. And I even think that's for females. Like, I don't really feel like you should be going out of your way financially to show her that you're interested. If you're interested in a female, the consistency that you should first show is getting to know her. Asking her about her day, asking her if she's eaten or anything like that. Like, it's important that you build that kind of intimacy with a female before you try to build intimacy with her loins and because everybody is working, I feel like, from a carnal place, And I mean, yes, for interest first starts with the eyes. You got to like what you see, but going past liking what you see, once you like it, wasting, like, this is what's been happening to me, and this is a trend, and I'm now stomping it out. I'm stomping it out. If you've known me for more than 2 years and you haven't made an attempt to really date me, but you come into my life like a boomerang, want to come in and see what's up, I'm going to then just chop you out and you can't continue to boomerang into my life. Because why? You're checking my temperature to see if I still have a man? Like, no, no. So I've been having people check my temperature on a yearly basis, or, and they've known me. They have my phone number and all that. So it's like, you're either going to be about it or you're not. Like I say, either shit or get off the pot. But continually to, act like you're interested and do half-ass communication and all this kind of stuff, leave it for somebody else. And that's why I'm saying the girls that are really interested want to have a real conversation. They want to see that you're really interested in them and you're talking to them. And the woman that gets your most attention will know. Like, she'll know if she's 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 1. Like, she will feel it. Or if she will also feel it if you feel your work is too important. Then, like, if your job is that important, then okay, work. But don't be in my face trying to be like, oh, baby, I want to talk to you and I want to spend time with you, when you've had time. You had 3 months of time. And in that 3 months, you only spoke to her twice. Like, don't do that. Okay, y'all know who the hell y'all are, and y'all know who y'all friends are. So educate them, okay? Educate the mofos in your life, okay? Even with the females. I say it too, like, if you don't want him, stop stringing him along. Stop asking him to take you out. Because it's not, you wasting his time, you wasting your time, and time is valuable. It's not something that you can get back. So you might as well use it wisely. And that is part of my whole thing with dating properly or courting properly. Knowing the right questions to ask. Because I was having a conversation with a very close friend of mine. Shout out to Morgan. So I was talking about the fact that, oh shit, I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Oh, right. That Morgan felt that I was hard on men. He felt that I was hard on men because I didn't have any empathy for them. And let me tell you, I'm a girl's guy. I love guys. I have a love-hate relationship with y'all. I really do. Y'all want to find out about that story? It's a long story, but it's an interesting story. But long story, no less. But I have a love-hate relationship with y'all. Just like I have a love-hate relationship with women. Okay? Love and hate at the same time. Interesting, I know. But you have to be strong in your boundaries. If your boundary is that while you're courting a female or while you're dating her, you're not going to spend more than $200 a month on any one activity, then stand by that. Don't try to show up with Birkin bags and Chinese food every night or takeout avenue, Wagyu steaks. Like, no. If you can't afford it, if you can't do it, then don't do it. Because a monkey know what tree to climb. Okay? So if you're starting off with saying, and that's the whole thing, even with the pop the balloon challenges, the men start off with, I'm a construction worker and I do this. Like, that's nice. That's part of who you are. That is your occupation. But what message are you sending by starting off by telling females kind of an idea of how much you make? Right? So they already doing the math in their head. You can pay for this. You can pay for that. You can pay for this. Like, no. Start off with, I have high emotional intelligence. I'm a very strong man. I can pick up 250 pounds. Try it, girl. You know, like another way to show your dominance, your strength as a man outside of your physical ability, because that's what most of the men complaining about, that they're being seen as a wallet, a walking ATM. Well, if you don't want to be seen that way, don't start off that way. I'm just saying, don't start off that way. Let me see what if I missed anything. Kel said, oh shit. Okay, I missed a few things. Okay, now Angel Exodus presents says the devil is a lie. The princess treatment for men before the relationship is even established. Yeah, some of them want that. Kel's Mr. Blunt himself says, what if it's not the men that aren't hunters? What if it's because the prey that has been present doesn't have the value to be hunted? Then again, don't go after it. It's okay, right? This is another thing that I want to debunk, okay? If a woman says she's not interested, that does not mean chase harder. That does not mean let me try to capture you, okay? Playing hard to get is fucking stupid, okay? If you want somebody to want you, you say so. Me, on the other hand, I keep my cards close to the chest. So I just want to see how badly you want it, personally, because I feel like a lot of men talk shit, especially to get the draws. So, and I know the value that I personally hold. So I believe, bless you. Bless you. I believe that, bless you. I believe that, yeah, you got to show the work. You got to show that, because there's a bunch of women out here. What makes me special? You know, what makes me any different than any of these other females out here? Prove it to me. So that's the kind of mindset I am in. And once you got me mentally, then we can go, baby. We can go. Yeah. What you need me to do? What can I do for you? How can I serve you? You know? But yeah. So if a woman is playing like she's not interested or whatever, 10 times out of 10 times, she's not. Okay? Don't be chasing after that hoe. It's a waste of energy. Find a new one. Find a new one. And that's straight up from Kaynichole's mouth, okay? Don't do it. And if they ask you, tell them Kaynichole said so and send her my way so I can educate her, because obviously she don't know how to do it right either, because there's finesse, there's a certain class, there's a certain way to date, and a lot of people forgot to come to the course. They forgot to come to the class. And I'll tell you, I will be the first one to say that I was looking for certain things. Like I said, I had the mentality from the age of 16, like find your husband, settle down and everything like that. But the things that I was looking for at that time at 16, 17, 18 were not really surefire things, because again, I was talking to guys within my age bracket, which is another topic that I wanted to go into as far as like the hunting and the prey, because of the whole age bracket, right? So say y'all are both young, right? Because you're told to date within your age bracket. At least I was, as a young lady. I was told that, you know, dating wise, 2 years older, 2 years younger, like that was the cutoff. So imagine my surprise when I'm 20 and guys that are like 30 and 40 are trying to holler at me, and I'm like, oh no, sir, you're too old. My mom says I can't date you, you know? But in all thinking of life and everything like that, you would encourage a female to date older because the man can provide. But then there's that caveat of him being older where he can manipulate the mind, right? Which is with any older person that a younger person would date, that they have a way that they could possibly manipulate, right? So you want to look out for that. But then the person might be too young to be able to assist you in life and all of that. So it's a conundrum, I think. And I don't know if anybody had, because I was having another conversation with Morgan and he felt like I was an anomaly in this. And I don't think I am. I do think there are people that are in this weird place that they're too old for the younger because of their mindset, but they're too young for the older because they still have a lot of vitality to them and spunk, to the lack of a better word, which is also another word for semen in the British slang, but that's another thing altogether. But anyway, so I don't know. Do any of you have had this conundrum at any point in time? Actor Winks has noted, and Justin says we had men should never hunt who's not worth hunting. Definitely, I agree. True that. Wagyu for a non-wife. Preach. Hey Kia, hey beautiful. I didn't even know you were here. Hey sweet bread. I don't know if he's still here. Servitude, yes. Love your voice. It's so refreshing. Oh, thank you, Wink. I don't even know who all is here, but thank you again for all for you joining. Appreciate you. So it is when dating, when courting, it should be you both moving towards each other. You're here, honey? Thank you. So you should be moving towards each other. So if a female or a guy is not moving towards you, let it go, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And those that are just joining in, hey, thank you for tuning in to Kaynichole After Dark. Of course, I am your beautiful host, Kaynichole, and you can support by buying a badge or, of course, buying a calendar, okay, which is in my links, where you can also find my posters and my magazines and all my other stuff. So, and we are working on bringing back our Etsy so that our hair oil can be back on sale. So I know you guys have been looking for that. The hair oil, the beard oil. So it's coming soon. We're just trying to figure out what Etsy is trying to do. So yeah. So again, the topic is, are you a hunter? Right? It should be like a game show, right? Are you a hunter? Yes. So, hello, Kafele. I hope you are enjoying your birthday season. Shout out to all the Pisces. It's Pisces season, right? Because Aquarius it's not Aquarius season anymore, right? It's Pisces season, right? We're for the Pisces. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I need to see you soon. I've been rocking this hairstyle for a while. We need to get rid of it. So, but again, back to the topic at hand. So, locking in boundaries, right? That's where I talked about the dating age, but again, locking in boundaries, right? So, you have to put, and I don't have to say that you have to set your boundaries and say to a female, oh, I'm not going to spend more than $200 on you a month or any of that. You can just be honest and say, I am not, why you look fabulous at 10:44, because I'm here to talk to you beautiful people. But thank you, Kafele. I miss you. Oh, how I miss you. I need to see you soon. But my car is down right now. But as soon as I can make it to Brooklyn, you are going to be one of the first people I see. So do know that. I can't wait to see you and give you a big hug and see the KKK. I love saying that. That's so hilarious. Anyway, inside joke, guys. Sorry if I lost some of you because of that. But okay, so locking in the boundaries. So yeah, if a female is, so you need to tell yourself, you need to stand on business. So if a female is not showing you what you want to see, then leave her alone. Because I'm seeing a lot of guys saying, oh, well, a female wants to get a Birkin bag, or she's trying to get this out of me. She's trying to get, why are you even potentially entertaining females that are so low vibrational? If you are, and now get me, if you are a low vibrational man and like you're only about sex, money, drugs, all that kind of stuff, then power to you. I hope you continue to have a long lasting life with that. But if you indeed want to rise on a higher plane, you have to lock in some boundaries and say what you will and will not do. And also note that what you are not going to tolerate. So say she, okay, like you're talking to a female and she already want to lay territory down, right? She come over, she want to leave her pajamas over, like she spend the night, she want to leave her shit over, and y'all haven't had that conversation about exclusivity, and she want to lay stuff in, because you know us females, we want to put down some property, you know, we want to, you know, lay some land, so we're going to put things and be like, so if a next female come around, be like, oh, it must have been a girl, a shorty in here, because I see a hair tie, I see a pink bra, I see, you know. So if that's not what you're interested in, say no, sweetheart. When you leave, unless we're exclusive, you can't leave anything here. I appreciate you wanting to do that. I appreciate you want to lock me down like that, baby. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. You know. So and stick by it. Okay, stick by your rules, men and women. Like if you're a guy that wants to remain celibate while you're in a relationship because you feel that you would get to know a female better if you do not have sex with her, then stand by that. Because I know because I used to be that female, okay, that I knew that I liked this guy and he was going to be my man. And I remember, and it only happened with one guy, and we were together for 10 years. But he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna have sex with you." And I was like, "You're not gonna have sex with me? Oh no, oh no, you gonna lose this bet? You no no, you gonna lose that." Mm-mm. And he did. He lost the bet. But again, like I said, we were together for a really long time. So again, I mean, I was the hunter there in that aspect, you know. Gotta do a little role reversal every now and then, you know, keeping it spicy. But yes, overall, women expect a man to hunt. Hey, passions, how are you doing? And we appreciate it. Okay. And like I said, if she's not interested in being your prey, she'll let you know. She won't answer your phone calls. She'll dodge you. But hopefully she'll just be honest and say, I'm not interested, but thank you for your interest and in your time. I appreciate that. And thank you. And good luck to you out there. Because I have said that to guys. I've gotten a fuck you, unfortunately. But I'm just like, I'm trying to wish you the best. Like, how are you not taking this positive vibe that I'm trying to give you, even though I'm trying to say that I'm not interested? Because I believe there is a pot for every lid, or a lid for every pot. Like, you know, I might have not been that girl for you, but hey, there's definitely a sexy female out there that she's gonna go gaga over you. So yeah. Kells, Mr. Blunt himself says that moment that happens if it's still in my house on trash day, guess where this shit's going? You are wicked. You wicked. You don't have to throw her shit away. You don't have to do that. You can just let it go. But that's hilarious. And now you're blocked. And now you're blocked. You mean like blocked? Or like, what do you mean, Clef? I'm confused. But welcome. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. Oh, it is. It is. But that's why I said there's low vibrational men out here that can't handle rejection. And those men cannot handle a high vibrational female, you know, whether she's being nice and courteous, the fact that his ego and pride is being let down. And I understand that. I know that men are very much tied to their pride and to their ego. But again, it's about how it's said, not what is said, you know? And I think that makes all the difference. Passion says some women, not all, like to be pursued for the pursuit, not because they necessarily want you. Yes, Yes, and I do, and I want you to distinguish the difference. I want you to distinguish the difference. And if you can't, but ask somebody, and we can talk privately. But yeah, you have to distinguish the difference, because I said there's some females out here that are just looking for a meal. They're just looking for somebody to pay their bills, somebody to provide free child care. If you have sex with me, you watch my kids. Watch my kids while I get my nails done, or whatever the case might be. So it's about spotting that, and that's why I said it's about dating and courting correctly and knowing the game. You have to know the rules of engagement. Otherwise, you're going to mess up every single time. And that's why I feel like men then get hurt and be like, I'm tired of dating. I'm tired of doing this. Why? Why are you tired? Why are you exhausted? Because you've been chasing and going uphill for something that didn't necessarily want you. And now you've exhausted resources, you've exhausted time, you've exhausted energy. So now when it's back out here in this dating pool, you're like, the dating pool is trash. I'm not messing with it. Well, that's because you burnt yourself out on the wrong females or the wrong dudes if you're a female, or vice versa if you're gay and you date, guys. But yeah, you have to distinguish. It is a game, but then again, it's not a game, because if you're watching this, the goal is to find that person, or at least to better understand each other. Because like I said, it's about building a bridge. I'm about building a bridge. Let me see here. Clef said, once you said you're not interested in me, you're blocked. Wow. But Clef, you are like that, so I'm not even gonna fight you on that. I think that's a little extreme, but you said females can't be friends. So if you like them, that's just effed up. But I should have you up on here, because we can have that conversation, because I do find that that's very interesting, because you it's better to learn to build a friendship. It really is. I know sometimes we put the cart before the horse, and we are kind of friends for the goal to be a relationship, but the goal should be friends, to really know each other and be like, yo, that's my girl, that's my boy, and to then for that to grow into a deeper relationship where your man, your girl is your best friend. So they know all your dirty laundry and everything like that. Yo, it's crazy. I had that only once in my life, and rest in peace, because we never did anything. We never did anything. We thought about it, but that was my best friend. So no, but we were thick as thieves. And yeah, so yeah, that's why I'd be looking out. That's why I would be watching when guys be like, oh, my girl has a best friend that's a guy, or a guy that's a best friend for a girl. Yeah, I'll be watching. I'll be watching, because I'm like, yo, they could eventually be a couple if they hadn't already been a couple. You gotta watch out for that. Gotta watch out for that. So, Kels, Mr. One says, nah, I do, because she know better. Laugh out. That's hilarious. Passions Inc. says, I like when a woman hunts for me. It's nice. Yeah, but that should only be occasional, and it should only be when she want to be cute, because she really shouldn't be hunting you down. That's when you start changing the rules of engagement, things get funny. Things get funny, especially when it comes to a female. Like, if she has to chase you and do something, yeah, she's having expectations, and if you can't fulfill them, she's going to be tight. So that's a dangerous game to play. No, unless she already has you, that's when she should be hunting you. Like I said, like my reel says, when she get home from work, oh yeah, we ripping those boxers off. We having a good time. I'm hunting you down, Negro. But outside of that, no, I don't. I don't agree. I don't agree. I'm old school with it. I'm old school with it, baby. Okay. Passions Inc. says some want a partner so they don't have a space in their life where they go too long being single for different reasons. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. But again, we can spot those people if you pay attention, and that is my point. A lot of people are hurt and damaged because they weren't paying attention to the signs. And there are so many signs. Like they said, there's red flags and there's green flags. And the thing is, you have to pay attention. If you don't pay attention, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt. And that's assuming that the person is being honest. Okay. Because we do have the people out here, right, that are dishonest daters, that are watch what I say, not what I do. Because actions, again, actions always speak louder than words. So never let somebody talk you into circles. Okay? Because it's like, are you dumb? No. So don't talk to me like I am. Don't let people play with you. Don't let people play with you. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know by the baby, because you asked the right questions. Like I said, how long was your longest relationship? Why did y'all break up? Like, ask qualifying questions. So people are like, oh, I don't want to talk about the past. Why the fuck not? Your past has made you who you are today. So yes, I want to know how you got to this point. I want to know how you got here. Was it because you've been having wonderful relationships your entire life? Like, the girls have been just throwing themselves at you, and that's why you have this cocky attitude that you don't need no girl, or next, it's like a bus, the next one's coming, like, what is the mentality? Let me know. And that will help you understand the rules of engagement on how to deal with that person. Because not everybody is meant for you to date. Not everybody's meant to, have your essence. Like, not everybody is allowed to have that. And your essence of who you are is important. Like, I constantly say this, and I don't know how many men on here have children, but or how many women here have children, if you're a female on here. Having a child, blessing a man with a child, is one of the greatest gifts a woman can give you or a woman can do. Okay? And because of that, because I know that's why I don't have any kids. Because the man I bless with a child, he is going to know he is my king. So, and I don't play with that. That's why when it loses me when I see females that have 3 and 4 different baby daddies. I'm like, who was the king? Was any of them the king? Was any of them your true love, or you were this is just a product of sex? And that's the difference for me. It's not a product of sex. It's a product of me saying that I don't want to have anybody else's baby, anybody else's seed, anybody else's sperm inside of me but yours, to have a baby. That I want to bless this world, this fucked up world, with my child, with your child, with our child on this earth. So if you don't see it like that, strap it the fuck up. Okay? Strap it the fuck up. I know I'm putting a hard line and everything like that, and those are my views, but I'm saying it's a respectability to it, It is what it is. And if I, knock on wood, die without any children, then I haven't met the right man that could, that I wanted to bless this earth with. Yeah. So it is what it is. Like, that's how I feel about it. Kels Months himself says, I'm not easy storage. That's a whole fact. Sometimes the chase pays off. Nah. What are you saying nah about? I'm sorry, I'm all the way behind. Passion Inc. says, let's be friends first so we can learn about each other as truly as we can, then build up from there. A woman can't have a guy as a best friend. Stop acting. Let me feel special. Oh, stop it. You are special. You're a friend of mine, so that automatically makes you special, because I don't, bring too many people into the fold, So that makes, so right there, Clef. Okay? You're special. Why? Because the Lord loves you, and I said so. The Angel's Exit says, exactly, keep it real. I gotta keep it funky. I hold no punches. I can't fight, but I hold no punches, okay? You see, yeah, I be leaving this out all exposed. So yeah, I don't know how to fight, but I fight with my words. Fight with my words. This tongue, yeah, dangerous. Okay. Um, this is another thing that I want to share. Okay, because this is something that I notice that happens often, right? People circling the block. Okay, circling the block. I don't agree with this. Okay. I will never circle anyone's block. If we didn't work out the first time, chances are we're not going to work out later on in life unless like big changes have happened. So I want to talk about this circling the block. Now, I wanted to bring this up because it's about it's a little bit of my personal life, right? And it kind of upset me because I feel that people do things not, I can't fight. I can't. I don't know. I can play crazy though. I can do crazy like word. Yeah, I can do that just fine. Like yeah, but let's not go into that. We don't want to talk about those kinds of things. Because I don't know if statute of limitations is done. So we're not gonna have certain conversations about certain conversations. So power to people. I'm doing a live. Why did I swear people won't listen to me? But anyway, circling the block, right? So I have an ex, right? According to Morgan, I'm the one that got away, right? And men chase the one that got away. I don't know how true that is. So that might be a topic for next time on how often you'll go after the one that quote unquote got away, right? But I left him. I'll be honest, it was financial reasons. Like women get tired of being a financial supporter. Um, yeah, it's supposed to be 50-50. And if it can't be 50-50 in a particular time, then that is when, you build up your stock in a different way, you do other things, right? Like if the woman's the breadwinner, then sometimes, yeah, you're going to have to cook a meal. You're going to have to make dinner. You're going to have to do laundry. You're going to have to do certain things around the house if she can't get to them and everything like that. It's work. It's collaboration. It's working together. But if it doesn't work, okay, and you spin the block, be mindful. Be mindful. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what happened, right? My ex, because I haven't changed my number. My number has been the same for a very long time. And he hit me with a song. Okay. It's Call on Me by Jakir. I don't know if many of you know this song or whatever case might be, but it's a beautiful song, dope ass song. He put me on to Jakir, and a lot of other artists that I'm very in love with, like Barris Hammond, whatever. But in any case, if you know the lyrics to that song, right? It's about being a lover, okay? It says nothing about commitment. It says nothing about cherishing, dedication, working on anything. It's about simply the sex, or to anybody that you're trying to win back, then it is important that you know the damn lyrics to the mother effing song, because the songs out here are trifling. They might sound like good love songs until you actually read the word, and it's just about carnality. It's just about bumping loins. Um, Damn, I didn't even finish my wine. I was talking too much. Like as soon as the conversation gets good, here comes the technical difficulties. I know, right? It stinks. It stinks. But yeah, because we're getting kind of late, and I didn't expect to. I wanted to start exactly at 9, but I was distracted by a certain someone. So It is what it is. That's my bunny. So, yeah. So to kind of close it up, wrap it up. Oh, you guys think the conversation is going good? Thank you. Right towards the end, right? But yeah, like to be completely, you enjoyed it. Thanks, Wink. I appreciate that. I'll speak to you later. Um, but yeah, it's important that we, and I include myself in this because I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I'm not anywhere near perfect, but we're, trying to get as close to it as possible. But in any case, we all have a lot to learn and we all have a lot to grow. But what I have gained during my journey and through my studies is that you never want to make the same mistake twice. Hey, Keating, what's up from Jamaica? How you doing? How you doing? So, oh, hearts to you too, hearts. My heart's kind of crappy, but here. Oh no, that's a real crappy heart. Now my nails are too long to do hearts. But anyway, yeah. So you want to be mindful. You want to make sure that you're intentional and that you're not wasting your time. Again, life is short. We all want to find that person that makes the moments count and also makes life not worth living, but makes it stop a little bit, those times that take your breath away. And I'm sure all of you want that because everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be cherished. I'm good. Thank you, Keating. I'm great. So, in our exploration to find our matches, if you are a woman, be the proper prey. And if you are a man, be a proper hunter. Okay? Have your tools about you. Know what the goal is. Know what you're seeing. And when you see it, sweetheart, believe it. Okay? And lastly, a person's going to show you who they are. And when they do, believe them. That is going to be all for tonight. So if you missed anything, be sure to tune in to the Kaynichole After Dark on Thursdays for the playback. Well, not for this one. This one will be on next week, but you can see last week's tomorrow on YouTube at 9 o'clock. So yes, we'll be back next Wednesday between 9 and 10 to do Kaynichole After Dark. Thank you for tuning in. Always keep your crown straight and stay in touch. And I'll do the same. Take care.